What's up, folks? Jay here, and I'm back with shop review number 18 called Change Your Tune. It's Brian Waldron's shop. If you want to get your shop reviewed, you can come to Jay's Way Print on Demand here. Look for this post if you click on features, or you see it right at the top, and you can drop your shop down in the mix. Change Your Tune is this one, and next one is going to be Vixen Designs. So without further ado, I'm going to just go over first impressions, shop sections, analyze a listing, look at some SEO, and give you some actionable stuff that you can hopefully implement, in the next day or two and get started on some changes. I will have a disclaimer in the description below stating basically along the lines of that nothing I say is a guaranteed win, and this is based on Etsy's best practices as well as my 10+ years experience in print on demand. Please know that everything I say is intended to be constructive as always, but that said, I will not sugarcoat anything. So first impressions, we believe in the power of music. 10% of our proceeds will go to music charities that support musicians and music education. Love it. Simple. It's easy to read. This, you can actually read your thumbnail here, which is good. 37 sales. Okay. Apparel and gifts for musicians and music lovers. Perfect. It's telling people exactly what you sell as soon as they come to your shop. Last announcement updated February 6, 2024, but I'm seeing 2023 here. So 10% of proceeds from our shop will be donated to charities that support musicians and music education. The charity for 2023 will be the Mr. Holland's Opus Foundation. So make sure that you update this to 2024. Looks like you have updated it just over a week ago, so good job there. I like it. Let's check every element of your shop here. Check your about us here. Still don't have anything in here. I would definitely, fill this out. Shop relevancy scores matter, and the more you can fill out of the stuff that Etsy gives us, the higher they will rank you in your shop relevancy score, which ultimately you would think would help, right? Good job on the star seller. 223 items, so you've been busy here. Your featured items, I would absolutely, fill this out in the next two. Put those up there. Let's start with checking your sales here. So I own my own strings. Fill around and find out. That's great. Bluegrass rules. It's a good day for a concert. I might do something a little more high contrast here. 80s music rules. You're selling a good variety here. I'm seeing a bit of a pattern here. These emerging here. Fill around and find out. The weapons of grass destruction. I like that. Yeah, you're selling a good amount of that. This is telling me right away to work in some animal puns. Grass destruction. I don't know if you sold a bunch of these maybe to a band. Maybe that's why maybe they were all at once, or maybe, it was kind of trending there for a minute. But good job on that. Multiple sales is always good. The bluegrass rules. So bluegrass, fill around, weapons of grass destruction. Looks like bluegrass is right up the alley here. Definitely keep going with the bluegrass theme, I think. Doesn't mean you can't expand out here. And I definitely see a pattern here with the fiddle around and find out mixed with the bluegrass, but you can definitely mix animal themed puns with music, interchange them probably pretty easily, and I think they'll do well. You've put enough stuff into a shop section that it's worthwhile for the customer to click on. You're not just showing 2 or 3 things. You're not taking their time spent in your shop for granted. These are good, and the design has gone a step up. The neighbors hate me and I don't care. Rather be drumming. Let's see how recent some of these are. Listing ages 4 months, 6 views, preferred drums. I like that you have the drums over people in there. The designs are much better. I like that they're distressed. I might leave out the vintage style and just put funny drummer shirt, drums over people, kind of right front and center. But otherwise, yeah, you're on the right track there. I like these, but I think I would go with some funny cliche drummer sayings, right? Think of stuff that people say, like, it's always been the lead singer or the lead guitarist that get all the action or whatever, all the fun and all the fans. But I don't know, I feel like they were slighted in some ways, in some humorous ways. Friends and bands, right? We're always talking about how the drummers get overlooked or they never get any attention and blah, blah, blah. So I think there'd be funny things we could find here for the drumming. So you've definitely put in, a fair amount of drummer shirts here. So let's click on drummer here and see what we have. Stay-at-home drummer, the basement is my stage. Let's bang. It's funny. Rhythm formers, it's funny. I'll work on the contrast here. It doesn't look, it's kind of hard to read. Stay away from the angles, I think, because make them front and center, especially if it's going to be all the gradients and stuff and hard to read. Putting it on an angle just makes it even harder to read. I'd rather be drumming. World's okayest drummer, this kind of stuff, the funny, punny stuff. I think that will end up being stuff that people want. I would definitely move this down on the shirt. You want it to be, look more kind of accurate there. They're usually printing 2 inches down from the collar, and while that might be 2 inches, if the print is not ending right below the pec, right? It looks like it should be more of a full-size print. February 9th. So it is a brand new listing. Music gift, funny musician, drummer shirt. So this stuff makes me wonder if there's not enough search volume for just drummers in general. That's too bad. World's okayest drummer t-shirt, funny drummer gift, casual drumming tee. Product analytics, let's see what we got here. Drummer t-shirt, monthly sales. So this one is selling the shirt lounge. I'll be in the basement. I would definitely link your variations up with the colors here so that, you know, you can, again, this goes back to using all the tools that Etsy gives you, right? So if somebody picked army, this image would show up here. Also, I would probably move your size chart, move that up to like the second or third image. Like the third image probably is plenty, or at least fourth, because people will inevitably just ask you for questions about sizing and stuff like that without looking. And then you'll have to tell them in your messages, right? The size charts are in the listing photos. If you put it front and center, then they only click to 2 or 3 images, they'll actually see it. That's awesome. That's not what the listing is. It's fiddle around and find out. Do your exact same design, that like duplicate this listing exactly again, maybe change the front image to a black, straighten it out. So definitely zoom in on this, zoom right in. So this is like the 80% of your picture here. You can see it's a t-shirt. You can cut it off right here. So everybody knows, everybody can see that front and center. This will do well, but also change the listing title here to fiddle around. So it's actually relevant to the listing. I think that'll be an easy win for you. You got 6 sales, 3 months, 15 favorites. Yeah, you're doing something right here. So build on this for sure. Folk around and find out again can do, you know, you can spread that across like band members and instruments, but definitely put fiddle around. You have fiddle player gift, but you don't have fiddle around and find out anywhere in there. Like that would be the first thing I put instead of folk around. Folk music gift, fiddle player, fiddle around and find out, funny fiddle player t-shirt or whatever, right? It's okay to repeat 1 or 2 of the keywords if you have to, like, you know, as long as it makes sense. But good job on your titles too, by the way, like the way you're not overly repetitive with your keywords. But yeah, there's nothing wrong with actually putting what the saying actually is on the shirt. I think that'll help. Folk rock t-shirt, bluegrass festival, banjo t-shirt. You're gonna have to look in your Etsy stats and let me know if folk around and find out is being searched for, because if not, I'm sure you could do fiddle around and find out, because if anybody searched fiddle around and find out, this won't come up because you're not using fiddle around anywhere in your tags. It may lower in searches as a broad match, but you don't even have fiddle in your tags. And Etsy does weigh keywords that are in your titles and tags with more importance, even though they say that repeating them gives them more weight in search results. But otherwise, you can definitely use 2 or 3 of your main keywords, like folk around and find out, funny bluegrass t-shirt, fiddle player gift, or, you know, folk music gift in here as well. And then that'll tell the algorithm that when people search that your item is absolutely that. But yeah, that looks good. I definitely zoom in on this so that people can tell immediately when they come to your shop that that is what it is. I'm looking on a desktop and it's still like fiddle around, find out. It's high enough contrast that you can still read it, but it'd be way cooler if that was zoomed right in. Again, with this, I think we had this issue with your last shop, that stuff was off on the side. Like just put it right in the middle. Maybe zoom out a little if you wanted to illustrate the sleeve to say it's short sleeve. Poke around and find out. This is great. Looks like you're short on characters here for your title. Take your time, look at the listing. How would people search for this listing, right? They would want that folk around and find out vintage or retro style country music t-shirt, right? Country theme. Yeah, so this is the stuff here. Western concert tee, folk music shirt, trendy Western music, country. This kind of stuff will sell, but definitely put folk around and find out in there. That's, people are going to be searching that, because think of it this way too. Like if you had found this shirt by coming to your shop, for example, how would you remember this shirt for next time if you wanted to come back to the shop and you forgot to like favorite it or something, right? You would search for the folk around and find out shirt, and you're not going to show up for that because you're not using any of those keywords in there, right? So folk around find out banjo shirt, or folk around find out mandolin shirt, or folk around find out country music or bluegrass, stuff like that, right? So little things like that I think will go a long way for you. You have done a great job compared to the previous shop here. So what I do remember, I'll need bluegrass, this kind of thing. Hibiscus are trending. This floral pattern is trending for sure. I would have maybe make this like complement the color, right? So I don't know, a pink or a red, you know, something that kind of can go with the same palette, because the peach and the green, they kind of seem like they're fighting a little bit. Funny women's bluegrass t-shirt, y'all need bluegrass. Funny y'all need bluegrass women's t-shirt. So that way when it shows up in search results, you know, you can definitely tell exactly what it is. Country music tee. You got some typos here, but still doesn't look like you're using all the keyword real estate or character count for your title. 109. So that, what was the other one? It's going to be what, half? Not half, but a little less even. This is where you can like load it with some high power keywords, right? I never look for, you know, low search volume or purposely look for low search volume with low competition, because like that could be great. Well, as soon as your volume outranks your competition, definitely keep country music shirt in there. But what we're looking for, 88. Yeah, so you're barely using over, you know, maybe 60% of your character count there. So definitely look around at some other shops that are killing it in your niche and see what they're doing, right? Let's see what we got here. Most loved. That's awesome. I've never even noticed the most loved up here yet. I don't know if that's a ripoff of something. Of course, most loved. Country music and beer, that's why I'm here. There we go. We definitely want to stay on the right side of the law here. In 12 cards, $16.99. Country music and beer. That's why I'm here. This is pretty simple. Just text. 20 favorites. Oh, 18% review ratio too. That's huge. 20 months, 11 sales. I think you could do better than this. Look at these keywords though. Cowboy shirt, cowgirl shirt, country girl shirt, howdy shirt, country music and beer. That's why I'm here. So you can even zoom out and not just do kind of the instruments, right? But you know exactly what you're looking at, right? It's right at the front. Little country, little hood. This stuff sells. You could do a spin on the election for sure. But first, country music. Bet you these are doing well. 142 favorites. You can hear the dogs going nuts outside. So they got almost 20 sales there. Lots of views. Country music shirt. These are the keywords you're going to want to add in addition to. Definitely leverage some of those keywords in place of some that you have like less than 20 search volume, right? I'm just noticing this now, but you can definitely encourage multi-item orders by doing the style of shirt where it's like don't do any infringing lyrics or any IP infringement. Like this stuff here is a terrible idea, but you can also do stuff like most likely to go home with the cowboy or most likely to end up dancing on the bar, right? All the country music kind of things that you can do, niche related stuff, but it's more about partying and enjoying the country music, right? I'm here for the guitarist. I'm here for the drummer. I'm here for the music. I'm here for the booze, but like group them like that, right? Where you can, you just put in your personalization there, but you can even have it limited to like certain designs and then number them and then tell them which one you want to pick. Or, you can leave it custom and then they'll just add the personalization. But if you do a limited amount of numbers and then they just drop a number, then it saves you from having to like type in all the specifics. But if you really want to make some good sales, you can let them customize their shirts that way, right? You can even have one like, I hate country music. There's always going to be one person in a crowd of 10 that doesn't like country or vice versa, right? And then you can do that for all the other niches. I'm here for the mandolin player. I'm here for the banjo player. I'm here for the bluegrass. I'm here for the booze. I'm here for the dancing. I'm here for the cowboys. I hate bluegrass. Things like that. I think you could, attract a little bit more. So zoom out, keep it music centric, but zoom out a little bit. I can't tell exactly how long you've been listing here. I don't know what the niche is called right now. I can't think of, it's like country core or something like that, or cowboy core, but it's like where everybody wants to be country. It's kind of the same with like the outdoors right now. People want to be Jeep people. They want to be adventurers, even though they don't want to get dirty, right? Or get muddy. So people just want to drive Jeeps or off-road type vehicles, but they don't actually want to get dirty. It's just like the prestige or the cool factor, basically being, an imposter or poser kind of thing. But everybody's like the same idea with the country stuff now. So that's a great shirt. Definitely advertise that if you're not. I think that would sell. Funny bluegrass shirt, Banjos and Mandos 2024. Make sure you put election shirt, funny election, bluegrass election shirt or something, right? Make sure election is in there. Let's hope you got it in here. No, and look at all of these keywords. There's less than 20 searches for these every month. That is super low. Funny election shirt, funny election music shirt, right? Like, do some keyword research there and see what's actually being searched for. I don't like to tell people to go down these keyword or SEO rabbit holes, but as soon as you look and you see that you're not getting any eyes on your prize here, then I would definitely kind of switch it up and look for at least a few high octane keywords, right? Some stuff that is getting searched. There's some good search volume, regardless of competition, to be honest, because this is a design that'll outlast. You can do a few variations of this, right? If there are two, banjos and mandos, guitars, drums, whatever, right? Whatever works. I like the banjo mando. It kind of it rhymes and stuff, so it makes sense with the niche. Yeah, I hope that makes sense. Yeah, it's all in the same kind of niche here. It looks like it's mostly country bluegrass, so just keep going with that, but zoom out a little bit, like I was saying, right? And then you can apply it to lots of different kinds of music. Instead of just general music, you can have like the different styles of music, because the drummer or the different instruments, even if you wanted to, right? This looks good. It looks a lot better than the other shop initially, and I think you're going to probably be able to make a good amount of sales if you just kind of like stick to showing the designs, showcasing the design, zoom in a little more so it's all legible, keep the contrast, maybe experiment with a few other colors. Hope that helps. I think you have lots of opportunity here, and you could probably knock out a few more designs this weekend or the next 2 weeks, and have all the stuff listed by March, April, before all the festivals and outdoor stuff happens, right? And keep an eye on the festivals that are going on, and like go in groups to those festivals and just have the city name and the year under it, right? Or the month and year, or the date of the festival, right? And then you can sort of target those towns and stuff, because without mentioning the name of the festival or anything like that, right? Just here for the whatever, and then put the date on it, right? It's kind of like the cruise shirts or bachelorette shirts or whatever they're doing, right? I think that'll blow you up pretty good and give you some good ideas or options for selling multiple items, multi-item orders. Thanks again for having the courage to drop your shop here, and I look forward to seeing your progress here, man. This looks great. Take care.